Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the Rock Block Country, with my review of Midsommar, or Midsommar. Not entirely sure how you would properly pronounce it, but yeah. However, first off, before I get into the review, yes, I'm aware that there was no comic book roundup yesterday. That's not because new comic books weren't released yesterday. That's simply because I could not afford to go pick them up. Hopefully, I'll be able to pick them up in either tomorrow or Saturday, and in which case, that's when we'll do the review, or the roundup. At the very latest, I'll pick up, hopefully at the very latest, I'll be picking up this week's books with next week's books, and we'll just have a larger roundup than normal. Anywho, now that that's out of the way, Midsommar. So, what is Midsommar about? I got two things for that. First off, culture bad, okay? But a more serious version. A group of college students visit a commune in Sweden where one of them grew up during Midsummer festivities. Things get very strange. This is Ari Aster's follow-up to Hereditary from last year, so that's something to keep in mind. Quick take, very disturbingly scary, creepy movie. Relies on both visual and sound design for visuals and sounds for its atmosphere over jump scares. Like, I really don't recall there being any points where there was a jump scare in the movie. These were points of, that just happened. Like, and you can kind of like, all right, I have an idea. I've got a pretty good. Oh yeah, okay, holy shit, yeah. But I honestly think it's a fitting follow-up to Hereditary. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more from this guy. I just really hope that he doesn't get... if he gets tasked with more mundane horror topics, I hope he manages to come up with some interesting, unique take on them. But anyway, moving on to the cast of note. We got Florence Pugh as Danny. She's a psychology student with issues, especially in particular abandonment issues. She leans on her boyfriend quite a bit, and she also worries that she might be leaning on him too much when it comes to her issues. Speaking of her boyfriend, you got Jack Rayner as Christian, Danny's boyfriend. He's unhappy in his relationship with Danny. He's a PhD student who has no idea what his thesis will be about. Next up, we've got William Jackson Harper as Josh, an anthropology student writing his thesis on European Midsummer festivals. He's one of Christian's friends. He intends for the trip to Sweden to be part of his thesis, as well as he has other stops where he to add to it. Yeah. Will Poulter as Mark, another one of Christian's friends, not overly fond of Danny and her behavior in her relationship with Christian. Looking forward to having lots of sex with Swedish women while in Sweden. He's the closest you get to comic relief character, really. And then we got Wilhelm Blomgren as Pelle. The last member of the close circle of friends in the movie. He's a fairly talented sketch artist. Grew up in an out-of-the-way commune in Sweden. Anyway, so our spoiler-free breakdown. The movie opens up introducing us right off to, Danny, Christian, and his circle and Christian's circle of friends. and revealing that, hey, yeah, in the summer, Christian and his friends are planning to go to Sweden. They're going to be visiting a commune that Pele, one of them grew up in. And it happens to coincide with the commune's Midsummer Festival. 2 weeks before they leave, or before they start to leave, Danny is told about this at a party, and she doesn't freak out, but her and Christian kind of argue about it a bit, and eventually boils down to he just invites her along as well. Though he's fairly confident that she won't go. However, she does, and gets very odd transitions between going from them at home to them going to, at home on the plane in Sweden. So everyone arrives in Sweden. They make their way to the commune, where they meet Pele's brother Ingmar and his two friends Connie and Simon, who are from London. Who are from London. Apparently, that Ingmar has been staying in London. So the group takes some shrooms, and it's Danny's trip that we really focus on. But she has an odd one, to say the least. And she ends up passing out for at least 6 hours before the group and various others all walk to the commune. Pele, after they arrive at the commune and are greeted by everyone, Pele explains various things about how things work there, like where everyone's going to be staying, how everyone, like everyone, you kind of have when you're this age, you live here and do this. When you're born until you're 18, you're a child, and so you live in one place. Then 18 through 60, you're usually on pilgrimage. I mean, you're outside, basically going outside the commune. And then from 36 to 72, or 36 to 54, you're a labor, and then at 72, you die. What this all ends up leading up to is most of the group witnessing a rather disturbing ceremony. After that, the five outsiders who actually watched the ceremony each react differently, while Pele and Ingmar try to smooth things over with their friends. Christian decides he's going to do his thesis on that particular commune, and he tells Josh they have a bit of a falling out with, though Christian suggests they collaborate. But that leads to further explanations about the commune itself. Meanwhile, Danny begins working with the women of the commune, doing various things, spending her days with them, cooking and stuff like that, and then eventually she ends up being she ended up dancing in the May Queen contest, which was one of the big things of their midsummer ceremony. and it all culminates in what's basically the finale of the Midsummer ceremony, which or Midsummer festival, which that was something. So the ups and downs of the movie. Excellent production and sound design that really set the mood for every scene really well. The primary characters are actually pretty well defined. Hell, even Mark being very, just yeah, I want to go get some. I can't wait to sleep with all the Swedish girls I can sleep with. Yeah, dude. Even he actually seems like a person, not just a trait, not just a trait wrapped with a person wrapped around it. Admittedly, I'll totally admit that Simon, Connie, and Ingmar really aren't too well set up. You kind of get the idea that they're similar, at least somewhat similar to. They're supposed to kind of, sort of. They're this happy couple. They kind of serve as a mirror to Danny and Christian. They're this like happy couple, and whereas like I said, Danny and Christian really aren't, but they hide it well. But like I said, that's pretty much how I kind of saw them. It's like they're supposed to be this mirror to the two, and kind of it's going to be either the people in the village were going to focus either on Christian and Connie, Christian and Danny, or Simon and Connie. Yeah. Now, the story, though it's actually well written, it was well directed, well acted. Yeah. It's actually kind of predictable. I kind of call what was going on, what was going to happen going into it. I wasn't spot on entirely, but you get the gist of it, right? You can pretty much get the gist of it pretty well. To reiterate what I said early on, it doesn't rely on jump scares, like, at all. Shocking moments are not... The shocking moments in the movie are built up to. You're like, okay, something, like, oh my god, that's what oh wow. As opposed to, look at the thing. So yeah. The ceremony has the closest to a jump scare. And that's kind of a really bad pun considering the ceremony, but yeah. Jack Rayner, who plays Christian, he seems like he's trying really hard to be a young Chris Pratt. Like, so I imagine someone told him, and or his agent, yeah, Jack really looks like Chris Pratt. And he's like, dude, you should totally capitalize on that. Do everything you can to look like Chris Pratt. Like, yes, okay. And it's actually a little distracting. It's actually pretty well paced for being almost 2.5 hours long. Yeah, it's just under 2.5 hours, and I seriously felt like I was sitting there for hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. Talking again about the production design, they really use the setting well, too. Namely with the fact that there's so so much sunshine that time during summertime. They really used that well to kind of create a feeling of offness. Like, okay, there's something off about, like, I haven't seen. It's always the sun is always out. What's going on? It really kind of helps with the unease of it, I guess. Yeah. So, overall opinion. I mentioned it's long, but it doesn't feel like it at all. Disturbing, very creepy, good cast, and really good feel. Definitely worth a watch for horror fans. And rating, I gotta say a 4 out of 5, without question. 4 out of 5. I went into this figuring, okay, it's gonna be an artsy horror movie, and I'll probably think, it's about average, maybe a little above, but no, this was actually really good. I'm in between this and Hereditary. Ari Aster's made a fan out of me, or developed a fan out of me. So, yeah, that is it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I put new content. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal are in the description box down below. Let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments. And like I said, hopefully we'll be doing the roundup in the next couple days. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.